Obsession carries a negative label. It conjures images of burnout, imbalance, and losing perspective. A person consumed by something to the point where everything else falls away. The word is almost never used as a compliment. But the same mechanism that makes obsession dangerous is what makes it powerful. The brain changes through intensity, not through comfort. The neural pathways that lead to extraordinary performance are forged in the fire of obsessive dedication. The person who has achieved anything remarkable has passed through a period of intense, unwavering focus that bordered on obsession by conventional standards. Obsession can be good or bad. What makes the difference is what it is aimed at. Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercise and Consistency from Fitness to Flourishing. This is the first of 2 episodes on obsession. In this episode, we look at what obsession actually does to the brain, the machinery itself. In the next episode, we'll look at the healthiest possible target for that machinery. The 3 systems. When obsession takes hold, 3 distinct neurological systems activate: the salience network, the dopamine system, and the prefrontal cortex. These systems interact with many others, but these 3 form the core machinery of high-intensity focus. The salience network is the brain's focus filter. It decides what matters and what can be ignored. Under normal conditions, it evaluates many competing inputs and allocates attention broadly. Under obsessive focus, the salience network narrows its criteria drastically. Everything unrelated to the target is irrelevant. The person who is obsessed does not need to resist distractions. The distractions simply do not register. The dopamine system shifts from pleasure to pursuit. Under normal conditions, dopamine reinforces enjoyment. You experience a reward, and the brain encodes that experience as worth repeating. Under obsessive focus, dopamine shifts to anticipation. The brain stops caring about how the behavior feels and starts caring only about continuing it. The reward is not in the outcome, it's in the pursuit itself. The prefrontal cortex becomes a strategic control center. It prioritizes, it plans, it says no to anything that does not serve the target. Under obsessive focus, the prefrontal cortex operates at peak efficiency because it has fewer competing priorities. The decision to act is faster. The resistance to alternatives is stronger. The body's own machinery. These 3 systems are not abstract neuroscience. They are the same systems the body already uses to keep you alive. The body detects threats, and the salience network lights up. The body pursues resources, and the dopamine system drives the search. The body prioritizes survival, and the prefrontal cortex executes the plan. The machinery of obsession is the body's own machinery running at unusually high allocation. It is not foreign to the body. It is the body operating as it always has, just aimed at a different target. The same focus that once helped your ancestors detect a predator in the brush can now help you detect a deviation in your form. The same pursuit drive that once kept them hunting can now keep you pursuing a single, well-executed repetition. The machinery did not change. The target did. The neutral engine. These systems are powerful, and they are indiscriminate. The machinery will attach to whatever target you give it. The person who is obsessed with their physical appearance has the same salience network, dopamine system, and prefrontal cortex activation as the person who is obsessed with mastering a craft. The machinery is neutral. The target determines the outcome. Obsession is not a character flaw. It's a neurological state. You can reject it or you can harness it, but you cannot pretend it does not exist. The brain is already running these systems. The rehearsal space. The gym is the rehearsal space for learning to direct this machinery deliberately. The salience network learns to filter for quality of movement rather than external validation. The dopamine system learns to pursue the feeling of a well-executed rep rather than the number on the scale. The prefrontal cortex learns to prioritize return over abandonment when the streak breaks. You're not training the body to move. You're training the machinery to aim. Every session is a practice in directing your focus, your pursuit, and your strategic control towards something within your power. That practice transfers. A person who has learned to aim this machinery at the quality of their squat has also learned to aim it at the quality of their attention, their patience, their honesty. The domain changes, the skill does not. The shadow side. The shadow side of obsession is real. Aimed at the wrong target, the same machinery produces burnout and anxiety. Obsession with outcomes creates chronic stress because outcomes are not in your control. Obsession with how others perceive you creates dependency because their perceptions are not yours to direct. Obsession with perfection creates paralysis because no single choice can be flawless. And obsession, while enhancing the prefrontal cortex efficiency, can also impair flexibility. But these are not problems with the machinery itself. They are problems with the target. Next time. In the next episode, we'll look at the healthiest possible target for this machinery. What happens when you aim obsession not at an external outcome, but at the quality of your own choices, at the alignment between your actions and your highest values, and at the embodiment of your preferred self. The machinery is already running. It's best to aim it well, making the target the healthiest obsession you can manage. To put this practice in place and turn it from an idea into a lived experience, start your day one inside the ACT Score Challenge. Go to exercisingconsistency.com. That's it for today. Catch you next time.